go. Let's go.
It's a field back block, and that's
the guy that rolls his body around.
Steelers are entering day 2 of mandatory mini camp sessions, and we here at Mic Drop Sports are along for the ride, giving you all the tea. Welcome back. We appreciate you for joining us here. I'm Jason, your host. Let's dive in here on a Wednesday as the Steelers again are in day 2 of mandatory mini camp sessions, and there's been some big storylines that's come out of there. The biggest, Aaron Rodgers, for some reason, the quarterback who's just been standing around here in day 1, trying to get acclimated to the verbiage, the schematics of the Arthur Smith system as the Steelers do their phase 1 install for their offensive scheme here in 2025. Aaron Rodgers just trying to get acclimated again to that, trying to help out guys like Will Howard and Mason Rudolph and build that camaraderie inside of that room. Trying to build that camaraderie again with the rest of the football team and provide that leadership that you have gained over 20 years inside of an NFL helmet. So Aaron Rodgers trying to do those things, spoke very well to the media, but the media circus surrounding him already was crazy. Every media person wants to be with Aaron Rodgers and talk to him and be around him and watch what he does. But the biggest storyline that came out of the camp yesterday was that TJ Watt was absent. Everybody else was there but TJ Watt, the Steelers franchise player. We talked about it here at Mic Drop Sports. We talked about it on the live show. We put some shorts out about it. But if you look at many media outlets, they're not really even talking about Aaron Rodgers, not talking about TJ Watt being there. And that's kind of crazy to me, considering it's the biggest story that's going on right now. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is there. That story is what it is now. Aaron's just got to allow this thing to develop. We're going to have 6 weeks here, 5.5, 6 weeks before the Steelers head to Latrobe, Pennsylvania, St. Vincent's College to hit camp up. And then that's really where we want to see what Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to do. But the story is TJ Watt not being there, entering the final year of that $112 million deal, I believe, which would pay him $21.5 million through the end of 2025, running him to the end of that contract, which is a significant amount of money. However, TJ Watt, not down with that. TJ Watt wants a new deal. He's seen guys like Myles Garrett, Max Crosby get these mega deals from their teams, and being the best edge rusher in the NFL, TJ Watt believes that he is worth more. The Steelers, on the other hand, they didn't play their cards right with TJ Watt. They should have worked a deal out last year or had it done here before Myles Garrett and Max Crosby were able to sign their deals. They should have looked across the league, seen any big-name edge rushers that were coming up for contract, and before that ever even hit the market, before that was ever even something that these teams were going to talk to those edge rushers about, the Steelers should have worked out a contract extension with TJ Watt, and they could have done it in a manner where he could have ran a year out of that current deal that he's on, that $112 million deal, and then started that this year, the new deal. And that could have put the Pittsburgh Steelers in a far better spot financially. They could have probably got away with $35.5, $36 million per season, which would have been a definite discount for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe even perhaps lower before these deals were done. But the Cleveland Clowns, the Las Vegas Raiders, they reset the market with these big money deals, man. And you look at other teams in the AFC North that are going to have to deal with this, and that's Hendrickson and with the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to have to deal with this. What are they going to pay him? I can guarantee it's going to be over $20 million per season for sure. Especially with these new deals that are done. But if you're the Steelers and you're looking at TJ Watt, it's going to cost you over $40 million per season. 30 years old, coming off his worst statistical season ever when finishing all the regular season games. And yeah, TJ was injured last year. I don't even know how that guy was out there suiting up, man. He was beat up at the end of last year, according to many, many reports. He was just dinged up and not 100%. Only 7 tackles throughout his final 4 games. Excuse me there, got a little tongue-tied. But 7 tackles only through his final 4 games. 0 sacks. Just really non-existent. They weren't moving him around. They weren't trying to get him involved in any way. But again, a lot of that might have been dependent on injuries and things of that nature. But yeah, TJ Watt's presence is needed. So if he can get out there and he can suit up and he can be on the field, they're going to put him out there because he garners attention. His presence alone garners attention from the offensive team, offensive unit, and that's valuable to the Steelers defensively. So TJ Watt wanting that money, man, and can you blame him? I can't. A lot of fans are saying, hey, be a man, honor that last year of your $21.5 million for this 2025 season. But I can agree with fans. Yeah, you should honor that, and I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Yes, you should honor your commitments, that it is what it is. However, typically, when these guys are coming into new deals or coming into the end of a contract, the final year, this is when you typically work these things out. And if you're the Steelers, this is status quo. This is normal. This isn't out of the norm for a guy entering the final year of his contract to want to get a new deal. The Steelers don't want TJ Watt to be on a lame duck deal. And TJ Watt doesn't want to be on a 1-year lame duck deal. That's what this boils down to. This is the final part of that. So basically right now he's just on a 1-year, $21.5 million deal, and that would be it. He would be entering free agency, and the Steelers don't want to allow TJ Watt to hit free agency. I had some fans say franchise tag him, make him play here in 2025 on the 21.5, then franchise him and have control over him for 2 years, bringing him to 32 years old, starting to push that 33 years old time frame, and then let him go. I don't think that that's wise. I think you need to pay him. I don't think you have no reason to not pay him. You look at the quarterback salary. Aaron Rodgers gave a significant discount, $13.6 million. I believe it's like $13.65 million. So that's tremendous. You have Mason Rudolph on an 8-year, $2 million deal, or correction, 2-year, $8 million deal. And you have the other quarterbacks either on a rookie deal or on a futures deal. So basically, you're looking at around $22 to $23 million for 4 quarterbacks in your building, which is tremendous when most teams that have a franchise quarterback are paying $50+ million per season to have 1 quarterback. So the Steelers find themselves in an excellent situation there, and they don't have a quarterback salary that's even on the horizon. They can sign TJ Watt to a 3-year, $44 million or $43 million per season over 3 years. Giving him roughly about $120 million fully guaranteed over those 3 years. That takes him to about 33 again years old, headed toward 34. That really gets the good out of TJ Watt, if you really want to be honest. And I think that that's the best thing the Steelers can do. They keep their franchise player in TJ Watt. They don't have to worry about how bad the salary cap implications are going to be, paying an edge rusher $40+ million because again, they don't have that monster salary in the quarterback room, and they have probably 4 years, 5 years before they really have to do that. And that's being in a tremendous situation, man. And this is a real chance for the Steelers to build this roster into something special. And without TJ Watt, that special just isn't as special. TJ Watt is a tremendous talent, and he's a game wrecker. He's a splash playmaker. 6 forced fumbles last year, leading the NFL. And what he's been able to do throughout his career has been absolutely short of nothing but amazing. So you don't want to allow TJ Watt to just disappear, man. You don't want to allow him to go for nothing, even if you are getting rid of him. You would want to turn that back into some sort of return on investment. You wouldn't just let him walk out the door by, riding out a franchise tag year or anything like that. You want to get a deal done if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, 3 years gets the good out of TJ Watt. And if you're the Steelers, it makes perfect sense while you were on this 5 to 6 week break that you will have before Latrobe, Pennsylvania, to get that deal done with TJ Watt. 3 years, 120 million. That's really what it boils down to. That's $40 million a year. So you add a few million here or whatever to make him the highest paid guy. Get him to about $42 million per season. That's fine. I'm sure he would take that deal tomorrow. So you do that. That gets you to about 27 million over 3 years and fully guarantee it and get all the good out of TJ Watt. And I hate to say that. I don't want to treat TJ Watt like a NASCAR. When you heard Dale Earnhardt years ago said when he won in Daytona, and he slid and he did all the spins, and he said, yeah, I took her down through the infield and I wanted to get all the good out of it. You don't want to talk about a player like you're talking about a NASCAR. You don't want to talk about that, and that does sound bad, but truly, it's the facts. This is a business. TJ Watt going to be generationally wealthy for his family. His family will never have money worries ever making that kind of money over the 3 years. And that's exactly what TJ Watt is looking for, guys. He's looking for that generational wealth right now. He is looking to establish his family's future forever. And this is his opportunity. This is his golden goose right here. And he's not going to allow this opportunity to pass him by. Whether the Steelers pay him or somebody else, TJ Watt will make that $120 million over the next 3 seasons, 120 plus over the next 3 seasons. And again, that brings him to headed toward 34. And if you're the Steelers, you've got the good out of him. You've got the best part of his career out of him. So at that time, maybe parting ways with TJ Watt wouldn't be as traumatic for the football team. Maybe it wouldn't be as bad. That also gives you a time to allow some of these young players to continue to develop. Maybe a Jack Sawyer emerges as something, or a Herbig. Maybe they develop into something. Or perhaps now maybe one of these quarterbacks hit. Maybe Will Howard hits, and you don't have to go out there and draft a quarterback and trade up for one in 2026. And you were able to get maybe one of the draft's best edge rushers out of there to perhaps maybe fill the shoes of TJ Watt when it's time for him to depart. You don't know how this all works out, but the Steelers find themselves in a tremendous situation, my friends. So, TJ Watt, the biggest story, could cost him $100,000 over, about $100,000, $105,000. That's what it could cost him here over the next 3 days by him not attending mandatory mini camps. And that's just a drop in the bucket when you're talking about a guy that could potentially be making $40 million a year. Even a guy that's making 21 and a half, that's pretty much nothing for him. But you worry if you're the Steelers, and I know you do, because TJ Watt has had some injuries, but let's be honest, he's relatively been healthy, and I know fans only see when the injuries have happened, the times he's been out. But if you really go back through his career and look at his games missed, it's not a tremendous amount compared to the amount of years that he's played in the NFL. And if you talk about TJ Watt in terms of a player and his availability, he's been available quite a bit, and I wouldn't call him injury prone in any way, shape, or form. A guy like TJ Watt, when they're injured, they're just magnified by 1,000 when those injuries happen. And we, as fans, it sticks in our head that, oh shit, they're injured, they miss games, the Steelers suck. Those moments are magnified, and we seem to forget all the good moments that have happened with that player. But again, TJ Watt has been available. He has been a superstar for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he is the biggest story. And if you're the Steelers, I'm sending a call to action for you right now. It makes all the sense in the world to give TJ Watt a $42 million a year deal right now over 3 years, getting him to a $126 million over 3, fully guaranteed. Get rid of him after that when he's entering that 34 years of age area, because you got all the good out of him. And I hate to keep saying that, but it's the damn truth. And that's what you do. That's how you ensure that you've gotten the best years of TJ Watt's career. And if he wants to go somewhere and ring chase, if he hasn't gotten one by then with the Steelers, so be it. Trade him off. Get some draft capital for him. Do whatever you got to do. Also, TJ Watt's a superstar. He's going to hold value. If, injuries pile up, maybe availability isn't his best thing anymore, maybe then you try to figure out a way to trade him off and get rid and dump that salary somehow. There are options for the Steelers, and I believe the only real option is signing TJ Watt to that type of deal that I just talked about, is making sure TJ Watt is really set up to have the opportunity to be a one-hat player inside of the NFL and to really have a tremendous career, a Hall of Fame type career, and hopefully with what the Steelers have done here in 2025, maybe load him up to go chase a ring, man. Give TJ Watt that opportunity. And I had fans also say, well, how many playoff wins does he have? And I get it. He has 0. He's never won a playoff game as a Pittsburgh Steeler in his NFL career. Never. He's over in the playoffs. But here, we play the ultimate team game here with football. And that can't be overlooked either. And TJ Watt plays a position that he's not going to be able to put the team on his back and absolutely carry them to victory. He's got to be part of a team. Yes, he plays a vital part of that team. He is a superstar, and he could be a potential game changer, and he has been over the years. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are not just going to win a game because TJ Watt does something special. It's just not going to happen. He's not playing the quarterback position. And even then, it's really hard to win off of just one player's special contributions. This is a team game, guys, and we can't forget about that when we're talking about player acquisitions, player retention. We can't lose sight of that. That player that we're trying to bring in has to be part of the puzzle, has to be part of the team, and that's very important. And fans, I really urge you to really remember that when you're talking about these players, and take out a lot of the stats and just really look at their worth to the football team in terms of the unit, the whole. And I think you'll really see things from a little bit of a different perspective than you normally do. So don't forget, join us tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Steel City Live, where we will have a damn good show tonight on our live show every single day, kicking ass and taking names. If you're not subscribed, guys, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Get that subscribe button and beat the shit out of it, because you're going to get a flag thrown on you if you're not subscribed, man. You need to be subscribed. Join the conversation here. If you want to have interaction with your host on the live shows that you watch, this is the place for you, man. Come, I'll answer your questions. We answer mostly everybody's question. You, the fan, are the most important part of our shows each and every day, and we truly appreciate that. There are, again, ways to support our work here at Mic Drop Sports. Super chats are always open, even on these shows. You can put them in there, so we appreciate those when they are given. Also, there are other ways inside of our channel bio to support the channel. Also, likes, shares help support us, and don't forget to go over and follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, and don't forget to like and follow us over on X. So, hey, it is another day, and we are so proud and humbled to have you guys watch us, listen to us, and be with us each and every single day talking football here at Mic Drop Sports. So until tonight for Steel City Live, I'm Jason. Peace, my friends.
Power takes an approach as a coach. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a field back block, and that's
This is a guy that throws his body around.